fellow humans. Yeah, so it is February whatever day, and yeah, just like myself, most of you probably totally failed at your New Year resolutions, but you know what? That's okay. That's all right. Because it's estimated anywhere between 80 to 90% of people do the same thing. And there's actually a day called Quitter's Day. It's the second Saturday? I want to say second Saturday of January. Like, that's like 2 weeks into the new year, so that's kind of sad, but you know, life be lifing. No shade. So what I'm here to talk about today is why your New Year's resolutions suck and some ways to possibly fix that. My name's Lois. I'm your friendly neighborhood internet stranger, and I'm just gonna share some stuff with you. I might look down or to the side, but that's because I'm trying to keep myself on track, and I have a little note paper here and also another paper in case I get lost, because sometimes I ramble. So let's get into it. So, number one, numero uno, you lack specificity. Your goals, your resolutions are so vague. Like, you might say, oh, I want to get healthy this year. What does that mean? Does that mean you want to lose weight? Does that mean you want to exercise more? Does that mean you don't want to eat so many Big Macs? I don't know. Like, you gotta stop being vague. You need to be specific, okay? I know not everybody wants to do what I do and write like 80 lists for everything, because that gets overwhelming too. But there are these things called SMART goals. What are SMART goals? They are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. They give you a basic framework to work with, to work towards your goals in a smart way. That's why they're called SMART goals. God, I sound like Kamala Harris right now. Anyway, so what you can do with that is, instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna do yoga. How much yoga are you gonna do? When are you gonna do this yoga? You can say, okay, starting on insert date here, I'm going to join a beginner yoga class, and I'm going to do that once a week on Monday for 4 months. You're giving yourself something that is specific. You're giving yourself something that is measurable, because you know when you're going, where you're going, what time you need to be there. You're giving yourself some accountability because you signed up for these classes, you spent your coin, and now you need to attend, or you just might as well flush that money down the toilet. To be honest, it's relevant to your goal. You want to do yoga, you signed up for yoga, cool beans. And it is time-based. You're doing it once a week, twice a week, whatever I said. I already forgot. Got the brain of a goldfish. Once a week, twice a week for 4 months. You're breaking your goals down. Okay, your main goal is to lose weight. How are you gonna lose weight? You're breaking that big goal of losing weight down into smaller, more manageable pieces. Okay, so you're gonna lose weight by eating more fruits and more vegetables. You're going to eat less cookies or something, even though I love cookies. And you're going to do yoga twice a week at this time and date. You get it. All right. Reason number 2, you have unrealistic expectations. Yes, I'm talking to you and myself. Because sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I haven't jogged in like, oh God, I don't even know how long. But you know what? Today I'm gonna put on my running shoes and I'm gonna go run 5 miles. No, it's not gonna happen. That's not realistic. I'm not meeting myself where I'm at today. I'm trying to meet myself where I was 10 years ago. We are not the same person. We are constantly changing. Our bodies are constantly changing. Our environments, what works for us, constantly changing. So it is a great idea, and in my opinion, a must, that you need to meet yourself where you are at now, today. Because you know, when you overestimate your skills and ability, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. You're going to demotivate yourself. Your brain does not like to feel failure. Ambition is great. Your brain likes ambition. It's tasty. But you don't want to break that ambition by overestimating yourself. So, break it down into small steps and then build momentum. Maybe go for a walk. Focus on, okay, I got up, I put my shoes on, I put whatever outfit it is that will motivate you to go out there and do whatever exercise works for you. And instead of focusing on, oh, I'm gonna walk that 1 mile, focusing on getting from the door to the end of your driveway or to your neighbor's house, or you made it to the mailbox, and then once you get to the mailbox, say, I'm gonna make it to that lamppost next, and so on and so forth. And then when you get comfortable and good at doing that, build momentum, increase the intensity, increase the distance. So you are still doing something, and celebrate those small wins. Give yourself flowers, reward yourself. Number 3, and sometimes I do this, but mostly I don't, because I like lists. Lists are cool. Lists are my friends. Let's be real. You lack planning. Okay? You're sitting there, you're hoping, you're wishing on that star. You're hoping and wishing that, all those pictures from your vision board are just going to magically come, sprinkle some fairy dust all over you, and boom, you achieved all your goals and resolutions. That is not how it works. You have to put the work in. You have to make a plan. You gotta break things down into actionable steps, into things you feel like you would be able to achieve. Because, without that plan, our brains are going to go back to a familiar place. They're going to go back. And even physically, we want to go back to what we know because it's safe. We know what to expect. But, you got to kind of stretch. You got to get out of that comfort zone to make change. I know it's uncomfortable, but, that's what you got to do. Some things you can do to, help with that planning is try to research some local exercise groups, set reminders for your workouts, maybe come up with a schedule that you feel is attainable for workouts, or, like prepping meals, getting things ready ahead of time, having that gym bag ready to go if you're going to the gym, or knowing what workout you're going to do when it's time to work out, because you gotta work. We're on number 4. Yeah, number 4 sounds right. No accountability. You have zero accountability to yourself, no accountability to others, and it doesn't bode well, because when you think about it, people will fulfill promises to other people over fulfilling a promise to yourself. And nobody's going to cheer you on like yourself. Yes, there can be people in your life that care about you, that want you to do great, but at the end of the day, you still have to do right by you, because you're the only person in the world that is with yourself all the time. So, you got to have accountability. And I've seen people do this by starting a YouTube channel, or they're starting Instagram or TikTok or something, and they'll put themselves out there. They'll put their goals, their aspirations out there, and they do it as a way of having external motivators and internal motivators. Because if you have some person on the internet, whether they're supportive or a troll, saying, hey, well, I thought you said you were going to go jogging every Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Where's that? So that's going to trigger something inside of you to be like, you know what? I want to do great for myself and I want to prove these people wrong. But you can also be motivated by, I want to be an inspiration to someone. So I say this with caution to put yourself out there on the internet, because the internet can be a wild place. It could also be a wonderful place. And my 5th tip The fifth thing that goes wrongo is giving up too easily. I'm sure most of us have done it. I've done it myself. Something goes wrong, something gets messed up, and it just triggers some part of your brain that's like, no. I don't like this. It's a threat. It feels negative to me. It sucks. I'm going back over there to where it's comfortable and safe. Like your body, your brain craves safety, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a survival mechanism. But sometimes you have to be resilient. You have to know that if you mess something up, if you make a mistake, just like try to reframe it in a positive light. And I know it's really easy for me to sit here in this room and say, oh yeah, think about it positively. Like everything's gonna be great. No, like that's obviously it's easy to say, and sometimes it's hard to do, especially when something terrible happens. I've done this myself. Like something will happen, it'll throw me off. I'm gonna cry about it. Let's be real, I'm gonna cry about it. I'm gonna take that glass of wine into the shower with me, only if you're of drinking age. Don't drink underage. Just don't. Anyway, cry about it, but try to learn something from it instead of just seeing it and taking it at face value. Try to make it work for you. And on that same note, try to practice some self-compassion. Try to practice forgiveness, because you can't always be hard on yourself. But I'm not always saying be soft on yourself either, because that can get you in trouble too. You have to find the balance in what works for you. As I said before, I'm just a stranger on the internet talking to a camera with googly eyes on it. Let's be real. But at the end of the day, don't let the couch win. Don't let the couch win. Don't let your comfy bed win. Don't let your blanket, whatever it is, a Snuggie. Yes, that's what it is. Do not teach yourself how to Snuggie. Get up and go. You have to find it in yourself to fight for yourself. All right? But maybe you can find a role model, someone that inspires you, someone that you feel motivated by. And you don't have to copy everything they do or say. You don't have to become a clone of them. You can just take a characteristic of that person and something you want to see in yourself, and maybe learn how they did that, and maybe try some of their strategies, see if that works for you. But please remember that implementing change into your life is a journey. It is a marathon, it's not a sprint. I know that is super cliche, but it's a cliche and it's a saying for a reason. You cannot eat the elephant, you cannot eat a whole tree, whatever floats your boat, in one sitting. You gotta take it bit by bit. Hold yourself accountable, stay motivated, and remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Bye.